I need to make this thing a little bit closer. Woo wee, woo wee. Hey y'all, I am back. Is this on? Yes, y'all. Hey y'all. So I am watching episode 8 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta because y'all know I don't do the last week of every month. I will not be here. I'm taking my time off, relaxing, doing other things. I'm off relaxing. So on the first week of every of Sunday, the first Sunday of every month, I play catch up. Okay. Okay. So I just saw that Drew came in. Okay. And she got the room with the bunk beds. Okay. That's cool. And they trying to see if she gonna go talk to Portia. Angela want her to go talk to Portia. I agree. I think that maybe it don't gotta be the first thing on the agenda, but I do think she need to eventually talk to her before they go out whatever festivity they about to do. She should go talk to her. You know. As far as I heard what Cynthia was saying, that she felt like you got to leave the baby daddies alone when it comes to working with them, and let them know first that you're working with them. And I agree. Yeah, you should let the person know, like, hey, I'm working with your baby's father and everything. And he came to me and about some music, and we've been wanted to create music together and stuff. But Portia is hard. She just don't want nobody talking to him or interacting with him in any way. She don't care about nobody else what they got to say. Drew really already had a conversation with Portia about working with her baby daddy, and she just not having it. And it's unfair though. It's unfair. It's business. And she trying to make it be more than just business, And she's being jealous. And, I just don't know what to say about it. I'm trying to get into the right position. I don't know what right here. But yeah, it's Portia, she already made up her mind, that she don't want them working together. And she don't want him on camera with Drew or without her being present. As if she owned that man. you know? So I don't know. I think that Drew has a right to be at this gathering, but it seemed like it's gonna be real uncomfortable. All right, y'all, coming back on. Woo wee, y'all. Woo wee. Well, stuff got deep. I just saw Shamia talk about, you know, her abuse from her first husband. I didn't know that she, was married uh before that. This her second marriage she in. Wow. Wow is what I can say. Well, I'm happy that she was strong enough to leave that marriage, and the Bible tells you to leave when you're getting abused, to leave home. So I'm happy that she was strong enough to do that because, in abusive relationships, you love the person and you feel like, oh, they love me. They just having a hard time in life and, we're just not getting along right now, but, things are going to get better and things never get better, and that person continues to beat on you and whatnot, and it's hard to walk away. So I'm really happy that she was strong enough to pack up and leave and move on with her life. And she tried to warn the lady who was with him and why she was divorcing him. And I guess the lady ended up contacting her and apologizing. And it brought tears to her eyes. I totally understand. Woo wee. Abusive relationships is something else. I never been in a abusive relationship, but I did get hit before by a guy. Definitely did. Got hit straight in my eye. Lights out. I was only a child. I was like 16 years old. And whoa, like for real, and the silly thing is I hung out with him again after that. He apologized or whatever, and I still hung out with him as a friend after that, and that was so stupid. But when your heart is forgiving, you be wanting to forgive people. You be wanting to forgive them. You be wanting to see the best in people, but man, when they show you the first time, whew, you need to understand to get on out of there because it's going to be a lot worse next time. And to hit a woman as a man, come on. That says a lot. That says a lot about that person. To hit a person who is a weaker vessel than you. That says a lot. Hello, Angel Eyes. Happy Sunday. But getting back into the show, at least it's seeming the interaction between Portia and Drew, it seemed like it might be okay so far. She seems pretty what you call it? Like she might be okay with it. So I'm happy so far about that, about the Drew and Portia so far. All right, it's back on y'all. Let's see. They getting a little wild. Woo wee, y'all. Woo wee. Now, Portia is trying to spin things, trying to say that Angela is set up Drew, and tried to get everybody against Drew by bringing up that she brought her and whatnot. I don't know what be going through Portia's mind, but that don't make no sense. If anybody tried to set up Drew for everybody to like be against Drew, it was her. She was the one who had a big problem about it and 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 was making a big deal about Drew being invited and being angry about it. And then when Drew shows up, she don't give her none of that same energy that she was given before Drew landed. Come on now. Now Drew can pick any group she wants to be in, whether it wanted to be with her going to the bar, or if it wanted for her to go to the cognac thing, you know. Now she can be a part of anything she wants to. But before she landed, you was going ham, you know, and giving Angela the business. So if anybody was setting Drew up for people to have a hate party, it was Portia. Come on now. Come on. And looking at this little um uh meeting with Drew and Angela and Britt and Cynthia, how Britt done made this whole little gathering about her. She was talking about Angela being the victim or whatever. Now she being the victim about this Kenya thing. Woo wee, woo wee. Now she wanna cry. Woo wee, y'all. That's all I got to say. But going to these outfits, y'all. These outfits that these women are choosing to wear on national TV. I ain't shaming nobody or nothing, but why? Why? Why would you want to have your full breast basically out except for the area, the nipples? Or why would you want that? Why would you want to wear that? Really? Like your family gonna see this? Your children gonna see this? Come on. Why would you want to wear something like that or have your full back, your full butt out and your full top out? Why? And as a grown woman with children, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but what, why? Why would somebody need to see an intimate part of you like that? Why? Come on. It ain't never that serious. Woo we y'all, it's back on. Now that's beautiful. Girl, you did the same thing, but worse. Hallelujah. Woo wee, y'all. Woo wee. Okay. Well, I guess Portia just found out that her baby daddy been filming with Drew, and I guess she didn't know that. And now she found out, and now it's about to be the quiet before the storm. Okay? It's about to be the quiet before it's the quiet before the storm right now. They about to get into it. Woo wee. I mean, come on. How can you be this uh involved with a person that ain't even your husband? You're not even divorced yet, but you was so concerned about a man that don't belong to you, who's just the co-parent. Woo wee. Come on. Come on. Come on. But woo, to finish what I was trying to say about the clothing in the last segment, I just feel like, you know, I'm just disheartened by, I don't know, the way my people, my people, some of us portray ourselves on TV and in public. I'm not trying to be judgmental or anything, but let me say this, because the Lord's been working with me on this and He helped me a lot. But I was starting to get a little bit saddened and a little bit depressed when it came to the image of Black people, but especially Black women. I felt like the main representation of us is people like Nicki Minaj, uh, Megan Thee Stallion, Sexy Red, all of these rappers that are really hypersexualized. I felt like that was like our representation on television, and it made me a little bit sad and depressed, honestly. And I believe the Lord saw that. And also it really did affect me in my life, because me and Corey, he had went to go buy his car, and we went to this dealership, and this salesman had Nicki Minaj photos his all over his booth. And then he started looking at me in this sexual way while I'm with Corey, my husband. And the representation that Black women have on TV, it does affect you within your life. That man is looking at me lustfully because of what he sees on TV. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't want to be seen in that way. I worked too hard in my life to be seen and demoted like that. You feel what I'm saying? And that made me a little bit depressed. I'll have to get back to this because the show back on, y'all. It's getting deep. Hold on. I got something to say. You already did, girl. You already did. You scandalized, you know. That look like an ant's life. Woo wee, y'all. Woo wee. So I just saw, you know, they had a conversation with Drew and she wanted to clear the air. Like what's going on? Are you okay with me being here, Portia? That's what she said. And Portia, she looking off into the sunset or into the night or wherever she looking to another galaxy or something. And she just says, you straight, you know? And then to be Portia to be so rude to Angela. Angela ain't did nothing but be a grown woman this whole time trying to mend stuff together. I like Angela. She's a grown woman. She's classy, she's nice, and she seems level-headed. And I think the ladies could really learn from her. She's very classy. I like her. She's cool. And she been nothing but nice to these ladies and just trying to mend the broken pieces. And Portia is treating her like trash. How can you tell another woman, kiss my butt? How can you say that to her? And a nice woman at that. Like how can you go to bed and sleep at night knowing that you treated somebody like that, even if it was just for play or just a scene? I couldn't even imagine that, I treated somebody like that who and they didn't do anything to deserve that. Come on now. Wow. And now Drew, she gone now. She or at least it appeared that she is trying to leave. She going through a hard time in her life, with this divorce from her husband and the breaking up of her very big family with all her kids. This is a hard time for her, and to be treated like this, I can only imagine. But going back to what I was trying to say before about black women being over sexualized in the media, it really did, to a certain extent, depress me. Okay, not to bring this back into to me, but I'm just saying it depressed me a little bit because people were starting. I don't know, like people, they see TV and then they see our people on there. It's a lot of people out there who don't have a lot of interactions with people of color. And so when they see people of color, they just go back to what they have seen on the television. And I was starting to get treated like what they have saw on the television. And I've worked too hard in my life to be degraded to that. You feel me? And it started to depress me a little bit because I hate seeing that. So when I see these ladies and they got their whole top exposed and their whole booty exposed and all of that, and then to be treated by people in the strangers in the public less than because of what they seeing on TV, even though that's they fought for taking on that and treating people, you know what I'm saying? Dang, the dang keep coming back on and I can't explain myself, y'all. All right, I'll be back. It's back on. True. It's true. It's very true. Whoa, we y'all. I'm trying to hurry up and get what I wanted to say out, but the dang on thing keep coming back on again and again. But anyways, basically, I just felt depressed about the depiction of black women on television, and it was literally affecting me in my real life, you know. And you know, but the Lord is so good that He had me to go look back in history. Like I was able to like trace my whole family tree, and I was able to learn more about the history, the Black history of our ancestors. And it empowered me so much. I felt so good that wow, my ancestors, they are so strong, they're so smart, they were so courageous, they were so wonderful. And it took that depression, that little bit of depression that I had about the image of black women on television and everything. It took it away because now I know my roots, you know? So if that's you, go look back at our roots. Go look at back where we came from, you know? I know we're descendants of slaves, but those slaves, they they did what they had to do. They did what they had to do to survive. We moved into the civil rights movement. Those people did what they had to do to survive into where we are today. Okay, so if that's you and you feel a little bit depressed about what's going on this television when it concerns black women and black people in general, go back, look at your history. Okay, all right, I gotta go ahead and cut this off and start again because episode 9 is coming on next. The new one, y'all. So come on.